Hello. I hope everyone's surviving in the market. Hopefully this video helps you survive just a little bit more. In this video, we'll be going through how to buy the best call option. We'll be talking about what it is, some examples, and how to optimize the contract for the best payout using its knobs and levers called the Greeks. First up, what's a call option? It is a contract for the underlying stock that you pay a premium for. This gives the buyer the right or option, not obligation, to buy a stock at a specific price within a specific time period. This contract also controls 100 shares, which means it's 100 times leverage per contract. Simply put, you think stock go up, you buy a call option. Stock goes up, call option price goes up. You are rich now. Alrighty, here is an example with Apple. Let's say I think Apple will go up, and I want to buy a call option. What's the first step? Well, the first step is forecasting, where you forecast or predict the future stock price. What price do you think Apple will get to? The current price is around 147. Let's say I think it's going to go up to 160 in a month. Okay, so we have our price target and we have our time frame. The price target is $160 and the time frame is 1 month. Let's go to the next step, which is picking the call option. When you pick a call option, always give yourself a margin of safety. So for me, I would get the 155 strike and something 2 or 3 months out, just so the option doesn't expire worthless before my time frame. So December 17th, 2021, 155 contract right here. So this is why I would buy. Here's a pro tip. Nobody profitable or anyone who understands options actually holds to expiration. Here's an options data decay graph. From 120 to 30 days, the option value isn't affected as much. When you hit 30 days, the rate of time decay is extreme. So, the optimal way to play options is to buy 45 to 90 days out, right here, and to sell before data decay really kicks in. Okay, let me show you how data affects our Apple contracts. So this is our December contract. What happens if we hold it for 2 weeks until October 15th? Come down here. All right, so this slider tells you what the contract price will be as you move along the dates if the price stays the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so its data value is going down. Right, okay, so you lost 16% on it, right? It's not bad, but it's a little loss. Okay, what if we transferred our contract into a, let's see, 1029 contracts? Okay, the 155 call right here. All right, we're gonna adjust this slider all the way to the 15th. Boop, 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 boop. Here we go. Oh, here we go. All right, you lost 63% versus the 16% on the December's. This is why I advocate buying longer dated contracts because you have more time to get out and you won't lose as much. Okay, after identifying the contract you want, you need to have an entry and exit plan. Let's start with the entry plan. So you want the 155 call 3 months out, right? You're going to want to use a set percent of your capital. For me, it's 2.5% to limit my losses. I have a 100K account. That's 2.5K worth of contracts. My max loss for this trade is 500 bucks. So even if this goes tits up, I'll still have 99K and 500 bucks left. That's not so bad. Okay, so that's the entry. What about the exit? Well, let's see the different conditions. First condition, the trade goes in my favor. I'll sell the contract, take profits, and I'll reevaluate. Will the stock go higher? I'll do the same process. Forecast again. Maybe I think it'll go to 170, so I'll buy 165 call, 3 months out again. Or if I think stock's going back down, I'm going to exit the play and find another stock or an entry. And now, what if the trade goes against my favor? Well, it's a good thing I have a stop loss of 25%. Again, I only lose 500 max, so my account still sitting nice at 99,500. Or if the trade approaches 30 days expiration, I'll sell the contract, exit, and find another play. Let's talk about the last step, the Greeks. They are our knobs and levers that affect the call option. So theta is the first Greek. It is time decay. It causes the value of an option to decrease over time. It's probably one of the most important to understand because 99% of Wall Street bets, retail, holds till options become worthless. But if you were listening to this video, you know how to avoid this. The second Greek is Vega. which changes the option prices with respect to the volatility of the stock. It's also known as implied volatility, but not many people know this, but it's also the demand of a contract. What does this mean? Every single options contract is its own tiny marketplace with supply and demand. If I enter a tiny market for a random stock, for example, AMC 200 calls, there's only one other guy there, and I bid up $1 million worth of contracts. That IV increase is literally me because there's not enough supply. This is why you'll see sometimes the IV goes up, a lot of stock doesn't move at all. It's just because some guy is swinging his big port around. So Vega volatility is really important because when IV goes up, your option prices go up. When IV goes down, your option prices go down. Let's check this against our Apple contract. Okay, so this is our Apple contract, and generally you'll want to avoid buying high IV. So what does this mean? Okay, let's change this IV to 90, right? So this Apple contract would be around $12.5, right? So great, we bought this contract, high IV, $12.5. Let's say Apple goes up to, I don't know, 160, 170. Here we go. Great, we made $7, assuming IV stays the same. But what if IV doesn't stay the same? What if we get IV crushed? Okay, so what if our IV bought at 90 goes back to 25? It literally goes down to $7 from our original 12. So we lost money even though Apple went up. This is IV crush. There is also the flip side, which is IV expansion. Let's reset everything. Okay, same contract, IV at 25, underlying 146. Let's say we bought it now, and IV crept up to 45. But the underlying went down to maybe 140. We still made money. This is because IV went up and compensated for the lack of underlying going up. So even in Vega land, you still want to buy low, sell high. Okay, last basic Greek, delta. Definition. It's the amount of price an option will move depending on stock movement. Stock goes up, call option goes up. Stock goes down, call option goes down. Pretty simple, right? Here is an example with the Apple contract. Right here. I think every other broker has this too, but this is mine. This is the delta of an option for the 155 contract for the 1029 day. So for this specific contract, if Apple goes up $1, this means my contract goes up by 24 cents. Pretty simple, right? Okay, and the last thing on the Greeks menu is the second order Greeks. Not gonna go into too much detail, but you should be aware that this exists. So there's gamma, which is the rate of delta. There's term, the rate of theta decay, and gamma, the rate of volatility increase or decrease. I'll probably make another video later on this, but just keep in mind, because it's very important too. Okay, one last thing. You can use these call option strategies, not just for calls, but for your puts, if you're a bear. Not that I condone bears, but it's the same thing. You think a stock goes down, forecast it, and buy the option based on these concepts. Alright, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I promise I won't wait too much. Thanks, guys.